Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight we're going to show you around some of the new inventory that came in last week. I've been posting a few pictures on the Nobody Else's page. We did a walk around video on some of the beds and front clips and cabs that came in. We're going to walk around a few of the vehicles that I got out of the salvage yard they crushed out last week. I brought 4 vehicles in, and believe it or not, all 4 of them I didn't have anything at all like it in stock. So I don't even know a lot about these, but it was pretty cool stuff. And there was a ton of good parts on them, so we brought them all in. First one we got here is an old Scout Traveler, and it's rough. There's not a lot left of it, but these old Scouts are getting super popular and super hard to find. So even though it was fairly stripped down, if it went into the crusher, there wasn't going to be anything left for anybody to use. So we loaded her up and hauled her in. The truck does not have a ton of rust in it, but it's far from being complete, and it's been sitting for a long time. I think this is a late 70s era. Like I said, all these I'm not sure about years. I'm learning. I got to do a little research on them. It is round headlight, missing the left fender and door. One good thing about this and all the rest of these vehicles, they were sitting up on wheels, so they were not sitting flat on the ground. So they are surprisingly pretty solid. They do have a little bit of rust, but they're not terrible. But this stuff's getting tough to find, so we loaded her up even though it wasn't totally all there. Next to that, a little mid-70s, I'm guessing, Chevy Love. Complete pickup. Once again, not in terrible shape. It's got a little bit of rust in it. Still got even some of the original hubcaps on it. But it's all there. It's untouched. Literally looks like they shut the key off and left her sit. And once again, this thing here, I did not have any Love pickups in stock, but I'm getting calls for this stuff, and I don't even know where to send guys. So, but they're kind of neat little trucks. You don't see them every day anymore. They're getting hard to find. Once again, it was ready to go into the crusher. That's why it's stuffed full of wheels. And so we already got it loaded down with weight to crush it. So I had to buy the wheels too, unfortunately, because I didn't really need the wheels. But they said, we're not unloading it. If you want to buy it, you're buying it just the way it is. So that's what we did. Original tailgate. Even looks like the original bumper. I mean, the bumper actually fits the truck. It's a step bumper, but looks like it may have been made for one of these little Loves. But literally just looks like they pulled it in and shut the key off. Inside's weathered, but it's there. Dash and everything's all still in it. Big heavy duty shifter in it. But just a pretty decent little pickup with a ton of good stuff on it. And just something you don't find anymore. Surprisingly, these things used to be dime a dozen, and they just don't pop up. Next to the Love, something else I don't know much about. I think this is late 70s, maybe early 80s. Big full-size Jeep Cherokee 2-door. This is definitely stuff I'm not familiar with. I definitely got some homework to do to figure out exactly what year this is and exactly what we're dealing with. But once again, a pretty solid old truck with a lot of stuff on it that you just can't find anymore. Original Cherokee badge. Originally came from Overland Park. At the time, AMC Jeep Renault. It's Overland Park Jeep now, because obviously AMC and Renault aren't around, but that's apparently where it came from. And just not a bad old truck. Tons of good pieces left. Like I said, minimal rust. Still got the back seat in it. Slide open or kick open back windows. And under the hood, she's pretty much all there. Had factory air. Definitely a neat old truck that you don't see a lot of. Last one, and once again, I didn't have any of these here, the big old Grand Wagoneers. Kind of the original luxury SUV. I don't know. There again, I don't know for sure what year this is. I'm guessing mid to late 80s. But with a few exceptions, it's basically, once again, a complete truck. And these things are super hot. You see them at auctions. They're, everybody wants them. The demand is back. But where are you going to find the parts for these things? So we definitely want to drag this thing in. Original luggage rack. The remains of the wood grain side trim. It's been bumped in the left front corner, but other than that, it's a pretty straight old truck. Let's see if we can get the hood open on it. Missing the radiator, but other than that, it's pretty much, looks like they shut the key off on it and left her sit. Even got the AMC control box on it still. Take a look inside this thing. Seats, most of the dash is still in, a few pieces of trim gone. And in the back, it's full of extra pieces, so lots of stuff, a lot of good stuff on this truck. Hard to find truck, and something different, something I don't have anything here on and don't know anything about. So all four of these are going to be a learning curve for me because I don't have anything here to compare them to. But we'll get her figured out. If there's anything you need off of them, as always, give me a call. The number is listed on the pages and in the descriptions. There's no way to keep up with all the comments between all the different pages. Just give me a shout, 620-786-4428. Be more than happy to talk about what you need and see if we can help you out with your project. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your night and hanging out with us tonight. We will catch you on the next episode.